So hello everyone, good day. So today we will continue the discussion of um, flexural members. So we will try to solve a beam subjected to vertical loads which will cause bending of that specific beams. Now to start, so we'll be using the NSCP 2015 section 506 for the design of members for flexure. So, according to this code, 506, the design of flexure PMN, and the allowable flexural strengths. No? So, this is for the LRFD and this is for ESD shall be determined as follows. So, for all provisions, so we are going to use zero point 0.9 for LRFD and 1.67 for ESD. Now, this provision uses value of CB. So, what is CB? Um, the provisions in this section are based on the assumption that points of support for beams and girders are restraints against rotation about their longitudinal axis. So, yung support ng beam natin ay hindi siya magro-rotate doon sa mga doon sa mismong support niya, no? So there will be no torsional moment happening on the supports. So the following terms are the common equations in this section except were noted. So CB is the lateral torsional buckling modification factor. So if if since we are assuming, no, this is against, there will be no rotation about the longitudinal axis of the beam doon sa support. However, doon sa mga midspan or somewhere on the middle part of your beam, there will be certain rotations. So therefore there will be a CB factor that will be used for the modification, no? So the formula for CB is 12.5 M maximum moment acting on your beam, 2.5, 3 MA, MB, MC, and RM. Okay, so MAM max, or that is the max absolute maximum value moment of your beam. Absolute meaning if that is a negative bending moment, you take this as a positive value. MA absolute moment pa rin pero sa quarter point of the unbraced segment. So what do we mean by an unbraced segment? So we're talking about here the lateral support. So let me show to you a sample of lateral support. So as you can see here, this beam, so if you were trying to analyze this beam, so this will bend about its major axis. So magbe-bend siya ng ganyan. Okay? Pababa. Now, later on, we will discuss the lateral torsional buckling. So again, this is your beam. The bending due to this vertical loop, this will bend like this, no? Downward. However, this will bend downward, no? However, due to the lateral forces, or actually, even no lateral forces, it might buckle also. So, dahil sa force na to class, so there will be a buckling that will happen to our given beam, no? So it might buckle, such as like this, no? So therefore, may mga nilalagay tayo na lateral supports. As you can see on this figure, on this diagram, so this one serves as a support laterally. So parang may support ka dito guys. So instead na mag-buckle siya na ganyan, so pag ganito na ang magiging buckle niya na lang. Instead na malaki yung backlick niya. So tawag natin dito sa length na to, okay, between the support, okay, between the support and the lateral support, those are called unbraced length. No? So, katulad nito guys, this is the main girder. Tapos may mga lateral support dito. So, lumiliit yung unbraced length natin. So, tatawagin natin yung unbraced length. Okay, so kailangan yan class para ma-compute yung, so we have to um take a look with the lateral support kasi makakaapekto yan sa pag-solve ng CB natin. Okay, so kasi meron dito moment at the quarter point of the unbraced segment. Ito naman, MMAC, wala kang pake dito. Or this is the absolute maximum moment in the unbraced segment. Okay? So, MA, absolute maximum moment of the unbraced segment. MC is the absolute maximum moment at third quarter point. Anyway, meron tayong mamayang sample problem diyan, no? So, this is actually from ACI. Pero same lang naman yan from the NSCP. Okay? So, this one is your NSC. So later on, we will solve problems which needs the value of CV. So moving on, so you need the CV later. No? Okay, so how do we calculate the capacity of the section? Before you identify the capacity of the section, first thing to do is to check the slenderness of the flange and the web of the given section. Say for example, we have W section, okay, and channel. So you check the slenderness of flange, you check the slenderness of the web. So kapag both are compact, so C meaning compact na. No? So how do you check the slenderness? Okay, so to check the slenderness, so you may use the code. So this one, no? So to check the slenderness, so to identify if it is compact, kapag yung width to thickness ratio is less than the lambda p, that is compact. Kapag nasa gitna naman ng value na yan, non-compact. Pagka mas mataas itong B over T or the width to thickness ratio doon sa lambda R, that is slender. Okay, so ito yung ibig sabihin yan dito guys, no? May makikita kayo ditong S meaning slender and C non-compact. So once you identify the classification of the section, so you just look at this table kung ano yung gagamitin mo diyang section. Okay? So let's try to solve it. For example, ito yung na-meet na criteria, both are compact. So itong section na to ang gagamitin natin class. So may tinatawag tayong limit state. So you have to solve the value of the nominal moment based only on this limit state. So it will only yield an will experience lateral torsional buckling. Okay, for example, okay, ang both are compact na for W section and channel. So for yielding, so this is your formula. We actually discussed this FYZX from the previous lecture natin of the flexure. So yielding, that is the nominal moment. That is also equal to the plastic moment for yielding. For lateral torsional buckling, if the unbraced length is less than the LP, so merong formula si LP, okay? So limit does not exist. So lateral torsional buckling, ibig sabihin kasi niyan class, sobrang liliit lang ng unbraced length. So hindi na siya magkakaroon ng buckling. Maikli lang. So imagine you have a very small na material. So never siyang magbabuckle. No? So, unless sobrang haba niyan, so may tendency to buckle yan. So, the buckling is the bending about the weaker axis, no? So, um, L, if, case number two, if LB is greater than LP but less than LR, so gumita na siya. What is LR? Mas mahaba siyang value ng limit natin, o limiting length sa tawag dyan. Okay, so, this will be your formula. So, ito na klase yung ginagamitan na TB. Now, if your LB is greater than LR, so you have to use this formula, FCR, SX. Okay, so FCR, what is FCR? So, dito rin yan. Okay, this is your formula for FCR. So, may mga section properties ka lang na kailangan. Just need to look at the database for that. Pero meron din naman dito, guys. Okay, for example, the RTS. So, for the RTS, ito yon. Okay, pero nasa database din to, guys. No? Okay, so, um, This is example, no, kapag both are compact, okay, bending about the major axis. So actually, makita mo dito kung saan nagbe-bend kasi depende yan kung paano nilagay yung beam doon sa ating structural, no? Pwede kasi ilagay ng pagganito yung mga beams, pero of course, weak axis to guys. So weak axis dahil madali siyang mag-bend about that axis. Okay, if you try to apply load here downward, you apply downward loadings dito. So it will bend easily. Okay, so for 506.6, this is bending about the minor axis. So we'll try to solve problem, no, about the bending about minor axis. So we'll consider this section 506.6. Okay, so let's try to solve sample problem, okay, for flexural analysis. Okay, so for problem number one, we have here a simply supported beam. So simply supported beam at ends subjected to the uniform load and a concentrated load assumed. The beam is 10,500 millimeter long, okay, and has a lateral support. So may mga lateral support siya dito, guys. Okay, so therefore, magkakaroon ng pag-incline instead of having this unbraced length, kasi technically in the support, no, um, will help your beam not to move laterally. Aside from vertically, hindi rin siya mag-move dyan laterally. So this is your unbracelet initially if you don't have brace here. So however, since we put here bracing sa side na to, sa side na to, so parang ganito yan sa figure na to guys, no? Ayan, parang naglagay ng mga brace dyan. Okay, this is the unsupported beam. Okay, now if you put here the intermediate beam. So this one, okay, so mahahati yung LB niya. Ilagay tayo ng lateral brace. Same with this, no? Supposedly, sobrang haba ng beam mo as your LB, the unbraced length. Ilagay tayo dito ng lateral support, magiging maliit yung LB natin. Okay? So, from 10,500. So since ang critical na unbraced length dito is 4.5, ito yung gagamitin natin for the analysis later, no? So these are the section properties na kailangan natin for solving the capacity of this section. Okay, so the first thing to do is to check, okay, for the analysis of beams, always check, analysis of beams and flexure, always check the limiting width to thickness ratio. Okay, so you can check the table 502.4.1 for checking the flange and the width. So let us recall, no, sa natin nakikita yon. Okay, so again, for flexure and flanges, so from the compression members, we actually use this one, number 3. However, now, since we are dealing with flexure, we are going to use case number 1, flexion and flanges of rolled I shape. Bakit hindi number 2? Because this is for um, flexure of flanges, doubly and singly symmetric I-shape built-up section. So this will be used for the built-up section, whether it is doubly and singly symmetric. Pero pag roll class, wala namang singly symmetric na W section. Lahat yan doubly symmetric, di ba, sa ating AISC database. Okay, Um, so we are going to use this formula. We need the B over D width to thickness. We're talking about here the flange. The B over D of the flange is kalahati ng flange. If you're going to recall how to get the B over D, so let me draw the W section. Actually, andito na pala sa figure. Kalahati ng flange over its thickness. Okay? Well, in fact, you don't need the distance of the flange. You don't need the thickness of the flange if you have the database kasi Um, andun na yan eh, yung data na yan. May konti discrepancy if we do the manual solving, but the AISE already provides the value of base flange over 2, that is your B, divided by the thickness of the flange. So let me open the database. Okay, so okay, so this is the database, no? So it already consists of the P over ayun, sorry, for W section, let's say W section, W section, so na B over, so yeah, this one, no? B over 2TF. But if we are going to do the manual calculation of B over 2TF, so may konting discrepancy, di ba? This one is 10.5. Okay, so if we are going to solve the B over 2TF, where is B? Okay, so that is 152. Let's try to solve. Okay, so we have 152 over 2 times thickness of the flange. Okay, 6.6. Um, this one. So 11.51. However, ito ang binigay niya lang 11.5. So there will be discrepancy. So anyway, let's just use this one, no? Para hindi na natin sinosolve yung B over 2TF. So let's just use this one for calculation, no, of the flectorals like this one, no? Anyway, we are going to consider the W550 by 72. Okay, so W5 50 550 by 72. So these are the section properties. Okay, so we're going to use 530. Yeah, 530 by 72. These are the following properties. So from the database that we need to calculate its capacity. Okay, so ito lang yung class, no? Kailangan natin to calculate the capacity of this. Okay, anyway, first thing to do is to check the flange slenderness. So need to check the lambda p and lambda r. So for lambda p for case number 1, okay, so this is your formula for that. Okay, so 0.38 and 1.0. So we have to compare that to 0.38, that is your lambda p, which is equal to 9.149. Anyway, so we're using here A992, so that is equivalent to 345 megapascal for the value of Fy. So that is 345 megapascal for A992 field. Okay, so 1.0 square root of E over Fy. So, yeah. So, let's compare kung nasaan siya. No? So, as we can see, the 9.47 is greater than lambda P but less than lambda R. So, nasa gitna siya ng dalawa. So, meaning that is non-compact. Pero pag nandito yan, that is compact. Pag nasa gitna, mas mataas siya sa lambda R, that is slender. Okay, so that is compact. So, we have to identify, no? The slenderness of the flange and the web. So for web, so we'll be using case number 9. So let's look at the yan. So web is a stiffened element. So we have to use this number 9 kasi number 8 for letter B yan, number 9 and 10 for W section. So uh for W section, so number 9 na gagamitin, this is because yung number 8, pang compression. So, lecture ang gagamitin, no? Lecturing webs of doubly symmetric eye-shaped sections and channels. Okay, actually, this is also applicable for channels. Okay, so yung case number 1, para din siya sa channels, applicable din siya, no? Pag, anyway, we have couple problem for channels rolling there. So, ayan, 3.76 and 5.7. So, that will be your lambda p, 3.76 square root of E over Fy, and then 5.7. Okay, now let's compare the what they're going to compare here, the H over TW. So, H Okay, over TW. Okay, so if H is not given, so actually, nasa database din naman to. So how do we get the H? So to get the H for a W section, we have the T and i-minus lang natin yung K des. Okay? So hindi kasi hanggang dito yung ano eh, yung H eh. May pag ganyan pa kasi yan, may pakurba konti. And this is only your SH. H rather. So H is just equal to D minus dalawang K des. Okay, so that is your H. So anyway, so given na rin naman to class sa NCP yung H over TW. So let's look at our database. So H over TW, this one, no? Okay, so your H over TW. Okay, so H over TW is 53.6. So since 53.6 is less than lambda P and less than lambda R, okay, lambda P is always less than lambda R. So, since less na siya sa lahat ng yan, therefore the section is the web is compact. Okay? So, again, the flange is non-compact and the web is compact. Okay? So, NC and then C. So, we have to look at the NSCP. Okay, so dito sa start of the provision, which code are we going to use? So, we have to look for the non-compact and compact, the web. Okay, for point 3, so non-compact flange. Oops. So we have here non-compact flange. Okay, and compact web. For 506.4, it also consists non-compact flange and compact web. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, dalawa ba yung gagamitin nating provision? Hindi pwede isa lang. So, which of them ang gagamitin natin? So, let's read the point 6 and, sorry, point 3 and point 4. Like, actually, sila lang yung dalawa na may, ano, na letter I na may compact, NCC, NC, and C. The rest, wala na, no? Wala nang NCC. So, let's read the 506.3. This section applies to doubly asymmetric members when about their major axis having compact webs, doubly symmetric ha, and non-compact or slender flanges. Non-compact, which is pasok doon sa ating criteria kasi non-compact yung ating flange, pero dapat doubly symmetric, no? And yung web natin is compact. So how about the point 4? Point 4. This section applies to doubly asymmetric members when about their major axis with non-compact webs. Non-compact yung web for doubly symmetric I-shape. Dapat non-compact yung web pag doubly symmetric. Okay? Eh, di ba yung section natin, compact yung web? So, hindi pasok ito. Okay? Eh, bakit may nakalagay doon sa point 4, if we are going to look, okay, dito sa point 4, eh bakit may compact dito na web? Eh pag doubly symmetric, NC lang pala ang tinutukoy. Pag doubly symmetric, non-compact pala, sabi to. Yung C na yan kasi, NNC. Okay? Para saan yan? Okay, yung C and NC na yan. Okay, let's read again the point 3. Okay, this section applies to doubly symmetric I-shaped members bent about their major axis having compact webs. So this is point 3, no? Point 4 pala. Doubly I-shaped members with non-compact webs. Pero pag singly I-shaped with, okay, ang sabi dito, compact or non-compact webs. So yung tinutukoy lang pala dito, class, okay, na C at saka NC is for singly symmetric, hindi pantay. So technically, for doubly symmetric, this one, for doubly symmetric, NC lang ang applicable dito sa web. Okay, non-compact lang daw for doubly symmetric. Again, let's read ulit yun, no? For singly symmetric, Okay, for doubly rather, non-compact waves ang i-analyze mo dyan. So I hope na gets you in class na. So technically class, for doubly symmetric wave, so ang gagamitin lang natin for non-compact and compact web, for doubly symmetric, ito lang ang papasok. Hindi pasok to class ha. Kasi yung NC at saka C dyan for singly symmetric. Okay, singly symmetric ang tinutukoy dyan. Ito yun. Okay, pero pag ito ang gagamitin mo, pwede mo, okay, NC lang ang pwede. Okay? NC lang ang pwede dyan. Hindi pwede yung C. Okay, so kapag C na yan, dito ka na pupunta for compound. Okay, okay, so let's solve now. So we are going to use 506.3. So how do we use that? You have to solve first the yielding. Okay. Solve muna natin. So we are going to use the 506.3. Sabi doon, sa 506.3, okay, so the nominal moment shall be the lower value of thing according to the limit state of plastic and lateral torsional buckling. Plastic moment. Again, we discussed this. No? Plastic moment. So for the value is FYZX. So the intersection of your beam is experiences plastic moment. This is the maximum capacity of your beam. No? Plastic. So FYZX and lateral torsional buckling. How do we solve the lateral torsional buckling? Okay, sorry, we're gonna use 506.3 pala. Okay, so the the nominal shall be the lower value obtained from the limit states of lateral torsional buckling and compression flange local buckling. So, dalawa lang plus yung limit state pala. LTB, lateral torsional buckling, FLB, flange local buckling. Dalawa lang, no? Kasama yung yielding. Okay. So, 0.3, 506.3. So, how do we solve the lateral torsional buckling? To solve the lateral torsional buckling, babalik lang tayo sa 506.2. Andun sa taas. Actually, ito yung formula. Ayan. Ito yung formula natin to get the MN. It depends on the value of your LP and LR. Kung saan tayo papasok dyan, it's either case 1, 2, or 3 of the LTB. So, but how do we solve the flange local buckling? Compression flange local buckling can be calculated either of these two. Since we have non-compact flange, we'll be using this formula. Pagka slender yung flange, we'll be using this formula. So anyway, nandiyan naman lahat yan, class. Yung mga definition. For example, modulus of elasticity, KC. Ito po yun. Okay, SX, nasa database. Lambda squared. Okay, we're talking about here the width to thickness ratio of the flange. So, yung lambda ng flange, ito, BF over 2TF. Or yung mismong nasa database. Okay, so, um, now, so we're going to use no, the limit state of lateral torsional buckling if applicable. No, possible kasi na hindi rin magkakaroon ng lateral torsional buckling. Okay, dahil maikli yung unbraced length. Possible mangyari yun. Maliit yung LB natin compared sa LP. Okay, so limit state does not exist. So compression flange, local buckling. So gagamitin natin dito. Okay, so let's start. Okay, for the lateral torsional buckling, LTB, so we're going to use the point 2, no? Nandun kasi siya yung formula po. 506.2.2. So the LB here is 4,500. The unbraced length, no? Yung highest dito, no? May brace dyan, may bracing. So yung highest niya na gamitin kasi that is the critical length. So we have to check that to the LP value. So if we're going to look at the formula, so you have to compare, okay, sa point 2 tayo, no? Okay, so you have to compare the LP with the LB. Okay, so compare natin siya sa LB. So what is LP? LP is 1.76 RY multiplied to square root of T over L, FY. Okay, so, yan. So, and then, I'm sorry, this is, yan. LP, 1.76 RY, okay, multiply to E over Fy. So then we just substitute Ry from database, you can get that value. Okay, or the radius of gyration about the y-axis. So if I have a built-up section, you can get this value. Square root of E over Fy. This one is your answer. Okay, so that is 1,788.260. Now let's compare that to LR. So LR, formula is 1.1795 RTS. Okay, so dyan lang siya, no? So, medyo mahaba yung ating formula. So, mahirap yan type sa calculus. Okay, so, pwede kang gumamit ng technique dito. Anyway, may RTS pala dito, no? Ito yung could be common dito, RTS. How do we solve the RTS? May formula dyan si code. Pero you can also see the RTS from the database. So, if we're going to look at the database, okay, may RTS po dito, guys. Ito na lang gagamitin natin, instead of solving the RTS. So, where is the RTS? This one, no? Eh, dyan rin siya sa database, guys. Okay, so, yan. So, you substitute the RTS. Okay, yan, E na J. Yan, E na SX. HO. Okay, so HO. But if HO is not given, how do you solve the HO? From center of the flange to the center of the flange. Okay, so you have the D. Maiwasan mo lang ng ng thickness ng flange. Kalahati dito sa taas, kalahati dito. So that's how you solve the H. Okay, so C, what is C? C can be also solved from here for doubly symmetric I shape. So we'll be using C is equal to 1. For channel, so this will be the formula for channel. HO over 2 square root of IY over CW. Ito, definition ng HO, distance between the flange centroids. Okay, so let's substitute. Okay, C yan, no? And so, medyo mahaba siya, pero ang technique ko is ito ginagawa ko. You store this ano this one. You store this ano You store this ano B. Tapos, kung mapapansin nyo dito, class, yan, reciprocal lang siya nito. So, ito, lagay mo, pag ilalagay mo sa store, A raised to negative 1. Ito, mapapansin nyo to, reciprocal lang siya nito. So, ilagay mo B raised to negative 1. Para madali siyang i-type sa CAD. Then, so ang ita-type mo na lang dyan, no? Kung naka-store na yun, 1.95 RTS. Okay, A, square root of B, square root of 1 plus, square root of 1 plus 6.76. Okay, A, negative 1 times A raised to, B raised to negative 1, and then square. Okay, so ganyan siya, ano? Para, baka kasi hindi magkasya din sa Okay, so anyway, the value of LR is equal to 5,046.040. So we have to compare kung nasaan si 4,500, comparing the 4,500 with LB and LR. So that is in between of the two. Okay, so 1,700, 4,500, and 5,000. So kung in between siya, guys, so we are going to use this formula, CB, MP, MP at 0.77 FYSX LB LB. Kaya i-store nyo rin to class no kasi kailangan nyo siya dito LP and LR. And it must be less than the MP. So what is MP? Actually, MP is the plastic moment. Okay, that is the yielding moment din, no? Okay, so FYZX, ZX. So we have to solve first the FYZX. Solving the FYZX, Fy is from A992, that is for 345 megapascal. ZX is what? But you have to convert this into kilonewton meter para, okay, naka-kilonewton meter kasi Newton mm malalabas dyan if you don't multiply it 2 times 10 raised to negative 6. Okay, so therefore, the value of MP, okay, so is 603.75. So, actually, pwede na natin substitute kasi meron tayong LP, LB, LP, LR, but the problem here is the CB. Okay? CB. Let's solve the CB. Ito yung diniscuss natin kanina na may formula, no? So, looking at the formula of the CB, okay, you need the maximum moment of the unbraced length. Of the unbraced length. Ako, ano yung kinoconsider natin? The moment. O, na unbraced length. Maximum MA, the first quarter point, middle, and then the third quarter point. Anyway, the value of RM is 1.0 for doubly symmetric. 1.0 for singly symmetric. Okay. So, for doubly and singly. Okay, so far naman, mostly lang ginagamit sa mga beams, di ba? Channels, singly symmetry yun. W section, singly symmetry. So sobrang ng unsymmetric, no? So, wala kayong makikita na unsymmetric class na beam. What angle? Let's say, for example, angle gagamitin for beam. So, that is not safe to use angle, no? Anyway, you can still use that, but RM should be checked, no? So, anyway, for CB, it is permitted to conservatively taken 1.0. Conservative. Okay? Conservative siya na take mo siya as 1.0 kasi this is the lowest value for the CP. Kapag nagkaka-bracing siya, tumataas yung value ng CP. Ibig sabihin, tumataas yung moment capacity ng ating section kasi may multiplier na ng CP. So para conservative yung design natin, you may use 1.0 for this. But for this problem, you have to solve, no, for the value of CB since we have the loadings of the structure. If you don't have the loadings of the structure, you can calculate the value of the CB. Okay, so make sure that the loads are factored. So the given here are the load, live load, service loads. Okay, so if a factor pa natin sila. Okay, so compute the factored loads. 1.2 dead load plus 1.6 live load. That is your factored concentrated load. Compute the factored uniform load. When do that load 1.6 live load. This is your uniformly distributed load. Now we have to solve kasi we have to draw the moment diagram of this section. Okay, of this beam. So we have this support here, lateral support will not affect. These are not vertical support, no? Horizontal support your class. This will not affect the shared bending moment diagram. Kahit tantarin ko pa yun ng lateral support your class, it will not affect the bending diagram kasi ang bend pa ganun. Okay, ang lateral support, iniiwasan niya mag-buckle pag ganun. Side. Okay, so let's sum moment at I think this should be D. Okay, let's sum moment at D and then we solve the reaction at A. RA times 10, RA times 10, K minus the PU, minus the uniformly distributed load. Okay, it should be 10.5, no? RA times 10.5 should be 10.5. Okay, 10.5 minus the uniform load times 10.5 times distance over 2, minus 44.66, then the concentrated load times 3. So we can solve the value of the RA. So let's check. Tama yung sagot dyan. Okay, so we have 29. Transfer lang natin 0.772 times 10.5 square over 2 minus 44.66 times 3 over 10.5. Okay, so answer is 129. Oops, di ba? Oops, it should be negative. Oh, sorry. Dapat positive na pala yung isa. Positive kasi nilipat pala natin. Should be positive. Okay, so answer is 10.5 square over 2. Ayan, so far tama naman class. May discrepancy lang. Siguro hindi naka-store yung value kasi total. Wala yun, 177, you know? So tama naman yung nasolve ko dito, 169. Dahil lang siguro sa mga stored value ng PU tsaka WU. Okay, now let's sum forces vertical so that we can get the reaction at V. This is reaction at V, no? Okay, solving for the reaction at V, summing forces vertical. So this is 188. Now we draw the shear diagram. So aangat to ng 188, 169.065. Tapos, bababa ng ganito, no? So yung shear dito. So how do we solve that shear? Okay, so to solve that shear, um, shear value, di ba? From the shear diagram, okay, so from 169.065. I-minus lang natin yung uniform load hanggang dito sa point C. So, minus natin uniform load na 29.772 times 3 plus 4.5. Okay, this is negative 52.225. May discrepancy lang siguro dahil nasa stored value dito. Yes? Nasa bababa yung PU. Okay. Bababa, i-minus mo lang class yung 44.66. Ito yung value niya. And then, uniform load ulit, kunin mo yung value dito. So, obviously, ang value dyan class, 188, no? And then, aangat tayo dito, guys. Okay, so, we need to here this distance. We need the distance because at point of zero shear, di ba doon located yung maximum moment. So, fortunately, the maximum moment of this one is also that located for the unbraced length. Okay, so dapat kasi ang maximum moment, ang M max doon sa formula, okay, is the maximum moment of the unbracelet. For example, ito yung unbracelet natin na kino-consider. Okay, tapos, hindi ito ang maximum moment na kukunin mo ha. Okay, kung ano yung maximum moment dito sa unbracelet na to. Okay, so anyway, let's solve the point of zero shear to locate the maximum moment. Okay, so to solve this point of zero shear, we can use the since sabi ko, you cut this section, okay, and you isolate this, you solve the shear force here. We have the reaction at A, and then the uniformly distributed load. Kaya ganito yan, no? 169, the reaction, minus uniform load, okay, is equal to 0, kasi 0 yung shear mo dito eh. Okay, pag inad mo, point of zero shear. So, minus, or you can just use this triangle, ratio and proportion, this true triangle. Okay, pero mas maganda gamitin na natin yung yung load diagram, no? Okay, so you can solve the value of x. Okay, this is from, this topic is actually from mechanics or theory of structure, no? I hope you're really familiar in getting drawing the shear bending moment diagram. Because this is really important for you to calculate the CP. Okay, so, now you calculate the maximum moment. Okay, so, if you are going to draw the moment diagram, again, raise here will not affect the moment diagram, ha? Okay, so the maximum moment is located at this point. Okay, so solve the maximum moment. So that is just from this point. You may get this area, diba? Area of this is equal to the moment at this point. You start with zero moment and then aan mo tong area na to. Okay? So ganito lang naman ang itsura niya, diba? After this one, then increasing, mag-increasing siya and then decrease dito. Okay, so hopefully marunong pa rin mag-share moment diagram. So, okay. So, the maximum moment, so solve mo lang to guys ha, kung anong value dyan. Then after that, okay, so anyway, let's solve the maximum value of moment. So, 0.5 times 5 point, you just get the area of the triangle na 679 times 169.065. 065. So that is for 80, no? For 180. For 5.67. 169. Okay, so 480.060. 480.060. Kilonewton meter. Okay. Now, you also need to get the first quarter point. So we are considering this LB kasi mas mahaba siya compared to the others. You need to get the maximum moment dyan, Mmax. You need to get the MA. You need to get the MB. You need to get the MC. Meron tayong Mmax. Okay, what if ito yung kino-consider natin? Solve natin yung CBB. Iba yung magiging CB dyan, class. Okay, kasi ang maximum moment mo na dito. Ayan. Dito kasi sabi sa code, max is the maximum moment of the unbracelet. So if you're going to get the CB of this unbracelet, yung CB dyan guys, Iba sa gitna. Okay. So, ano yung CB dito? Maximum moment, MA, kunin mo yung first quarter point. Ganito kasi class kumuha ng first quarter point. 0.25 of LB dito sa left. And then, you get that. That is your MA. 0.25, okay, to the right. And that is your MC. And then MB, yung moment sa gitna. Okay, 0.5 of the LB. Okay? So that is your MB. So, yun, tama naman yung MA na yung max natin. So, let's solve the maximum MA. So, para mas madaling class, you just cut this section. No? Mas madali kasi mag-moment pag ganyan. So, you cut this section. Okay? And then solve the value of the moment at A. Okay? Instead of using the shear diagram, just use the load diagram. Okay? And then cut this section. And then mag-moment ka sa cutting section mo na yan. Okay? So, di ba may reaction ka dyan? RA times 3 3 plus 0.25 ng LB. Okay, para dito yung distance. And then the uniform load, okay, downward siya, kaya counterclockwise to. Oo, kaya negative. Counterclockwise yung papuntang hunting section. So, 3, the length of this uniform load is 3 plus 0.25 of LB. Okay, over 2. So, yung ginida, uniform load times distance over 2. Okay, so you get the MA lang, no? How about MB? So for MB naman, yun, cut the midspan of your B. Kasi nandun na allocated yung MB natin. So, reaction, pupunta tayo sa 3 plus 0.25 na 0.25 na ating 0.5 of LB. And it's uniform load, and then MC. MC, papunta tayo sa third quarter point. Third quarter point, ano? So, ibig sabihin, this one is 0.75 of LB. Ayan. 0.75 of LB. So, reaction, RA, mumumit ka dito, no? Papunta lang dito sa third quarter point. Reaction at A times this distance. Ito yun, 3 plus 0.75 times 4.4. Minus the uniform load. Okay, multiply to 3 plus 0.75 times 4.4. And that is your, this is your x. So with that, you can now substitute. You can now solve the CB. This is the formula for CB. So just disregard the RN since that is also, that is just 1.0. Okay? And let's have symmetric section. Sorry, non-symmetric. 12.5 M max. Substitute mo lang. M max over M max 2.5. 3 times MA, 4 times M, 3 times MC. At ito yung magiging EB natin. Okay? So, for the CB, ay 1.024. So, we can now solve uh, this value. Si CB lang naman. Medyo matagal magkuha ng CB, guys. No? Doon lang. No? Kasi you have to draw the shear moment diagram pa. So, we have CB. Meron tayong MP eh. Plastic moment eh. MP. 0.7 FYZX. Kung papansin nyo, nag-times 10 raised to negative 6 pa ako dito. Bakit? Kasi this is kilonewton meter. Ito, Newton mm kasi to. FYSX is Newton mm. That is moment. So, para same sila ng unit, you convert this to kilonewton meter. This one naman, magiging unitless yan. Kasi this is millimeter over millimeter. KLP minus LP over LR minus LP. So, you solved that earlier, no? Okay, and this value should not exceed the plastic moment. Ano bang value niya? So, let's solve, no? Okay, 416 naman ang value niyan. And it does not exceed with the plastic moment. So far, ito gagamitin. What if it exceeds with the plastic moment? Okay, if it exceeds with the plastic moment, use MP. Kasi pwede ito match. Okay, so again, for Example number one. So, uh, this is flange is non-compact, non-compact flange and compact web. Sabi ni code, gamitin natin yung flange local backlink. So, magkakaroon daw ng flange. Yung flange mismo magkakaroon ng backlink. So, hindi yung general na web, ano natin, double section. Kasi, non-compact siya. Okay? So, malambot siya. Kung sobrang haba, medyo mahaba na kasi siya, no? Yung lambda natin, mas mataas na sa lambda p. Diba? So, magiging slender na siya. Ay, hindi pa talaga slender, compact lang. Pag maikli, compact. So, dahil bumahaba na siya, nagkakaroon na ng, bago pa magkaroon ng backlink sa side na to, okay, yung buong pin, bago pa mag-buckle, nag-buckle na siya mag-isa. Possible, nag-ganyan siya. Okay? Nag-buckle na siya mag-isa. Okay, so, kaya we have to solve its capacity in terms of flange local buckling. Okay, dahil non-compact. Okay, yung ating section. Pero pagka naging compact yan, class, no, hindi na, pag naging compact yung ating flange, hindi mo kailangan solve yung flange local buckling. If you're going to look at this table, 2015. Saan yan? Okay, if you're going to look this, pagka-compact yung flange, every time na compact yung flange, walang flange, walang FL, flange local buckling, walang FLP. Okay? Pag nag-non-compact lang yung flange, saka lang siya magkaka-FLP. Anyways, ano tayo? So we're done with solving the CB. Ayun na tayo dyan. Solve natin yung CB. Na pala, no? Tapos na tayo sa lateral torsional buckling. Finally, mag-flange local buckling na tayo. For flange local buckling, this is the formula. Para siyang ano, no? Parang lateral torsional buckling na case 2. Again, may tatlong case ng lateral torsional buckling. If LB is less than LP, okay, limit state does not exist. Limit state does not exist. Okay. Limit state does not exist. Pag yung LB is greater than LP, less than LR, yun yung ginawa natin kanina na formula. So, yun. Pagka, um, kapag yung LB naman, nasa sa LR, ito na yung may FCR, FY, so ZX, FCR, ZX, or SX. Ibang formula ulit to. Pero nandun pa rin sa code, guys. Okay, so, halos kamukha lang ng formula kanina. Pero, mapapansin nyo, wala CB. Kasi CB refers to the entire length of the beam. And we're just talking about here the flange. Flange lang. Walang kinalaman dito yung entire length of the beam. Tapos, lambda lang yung ginagamit. Hindi mga LB, di ba? Kanina kasi LB minus LP over LR minus LP. Kaya dito mga lambda. Yun ba na-solve na natin yan? Lambda P, lambda R, at saka yung lambda. Lambda, ito yun. Lambda ng flange. We're talking about here the lambda of the flange. Lambda of the flange. Okay, so, ayan o. Lambda itong mga nandito, puro lambda yun. Pero flange ang pinag-uusapan. Ayan, lambda of flange. Substitute lang natin class. May plastic moment na tayo na solve kanina, no? Okay, 0.7, times 10 raised to negative 6. Ako ulit dito para maging kilonewton meter. Okay, make sure this value will multiply this. Okay, lambda minus lambda p over lambda r minus lambda. Ito yung lambda bar natin. So, flange local buckling is 598.66. Sabi ni code, select the lowest, no? Smaller between torsional lateral buckling and the flange local buckling. So, the torsional lateral buckling, ang solve natin kanina dyan is, okay, so, 416, and then, flange local buckling, 598. Just select the smaller of the two. And then the governing nominal moment is 416.493. Okay, for the LRFD design strength, okay, so we have 0.9 PMN um, point na yun, no? PMN, so that is 374. For the allowable strength, 249. Point, uh, 397. Okay, thus the beam is, P, should be VMN, not PPN. VMN, VMN, VMN. Okay, moment capacity kasi. This is the maximum moment capacity of the section. Ang tanong, safe ba 'to? Eh, hindi close kasi, if we're going to check the ano, the demand capacity ratio, MU over VMN, demand. Ano ba yung demand? Yung pinakamataas na moment sa beam. Okay, so ano ba yung mataas na moment? Actually, so far, sinol natin yan kasi ano, di ba? We need that for CD. So the maximum moment acting or your beam is 405. 400 factor to, no? So, you use LRFT. 480, eh, ang maximum capacity lang 374. So, hindi siya safe, guys. Kasi demand natin nasa 480. Ito 374 lang. Greater than. Kasi dapat di ba yung demand capacity ratio? Demand is always less than the capacity. Must be less than 1.0. Damit, pinahanap lang namin sa atin dito yung flexural strength at saka LRFT. Yung based on ASD tsaka LRFT design methodology. So you don't have to check the demand capacity ratio. Pero pag magde-design class, no, you have to check the demand capacity ratio of your. So far, hindi siya safe. Mag-fail yan if ganyan yung nangyari. Okay, so 374.844 and allowable. And okay, so that is for problem number one. So, okay, so let's have another problem.